Scott Brown here. In today's exciting episode, we are going to join timber in 3 different ways without using nails, screws, or glue. Something I've always admired from afar, and that's Japanese joinery. The connection of timbers without using nails and screws. And I've always been fascinated with it. I think it was Samurai Carpenter that got me onto it in the first place. Here, I'll show you this. It was thanks to him that I bought this book years ago. It's got all these different instructions here showing you how to make those joints. So I thought, pick up some cedar, set up the bench, and that's what we're gonna do today. Alright, so these are just some of the Japanese tools that we're going to be using, and they're not all Japanese. And I'm just going to be honest with you straight away and admit that that's the hum of a Makita battery, because I'm going to be using battery tools as well. Still technically Japanese, right? So this is Western red cedar, and I got it from a place called Rosenfeld Kitson. I paid for it, it's not free or anything, but when I got there, I asked them what kind of timber it was, just to make sure. I knew it was cedar, but I wasn't quite sure what cedar. And then the guy went, oh, I can give you like a information booklet if you like. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then he came back from behind the office and he was like, oh, I couldn't find a booklet, but here's an actual book on Western red cedar, and he gave it to me. Nice guy, Rosenfeld Kitson. Usually when I want to join 2 pieces of wood like that, maybe screw or nail the join like that, and then I would add something like that. But Japanese joinery is not like that. We're going to do it entirely out of timber. So I'm only going to go into it like 15 mil. That's the first part. Now let's see how it cuts into the post. That part there, you know, I need to take out the full sides of the timber, which is fine. But then once it's in, it wants to go down. So I need to make a 45-degree cut inside. I'm going to cheat a little bit. So as you can tell, this is obviously not as efficient as nailing 2 pieces of wood together and using steel brackets to finish it off and hold it, but they build entire temples like this in Japan and elsewhere. There's one actually here in Auckland. In some cases they put the entire temple together using joinery like this, and then they're able to disassemble it and clean all the parts and put it back together again, almost like it's Lego or something. Crazy, crazy. I don't know how many routers they use though. Alright, time to put it together. Alright, it's a super snug fit in here. So there's a method called killing the wood, and this is what you do pretty much. All you're trying to do is flatten the timber to make it a bit smaller to get into the pocket here. And once they're in there, they'll expand back to their regular place, as long as you don't break the fibers. So far so good. I went the wrong way. And I've cut this little wedge here to lock it in. There's your beam and there's your post. And if you want to take it apart, alright, on to the next one. So this is a mitre, and you might do this on a door frame or some sort of structure, but of course this isn't going to hold itself, so you usually have to put some nails, some glue, some screws, but not the Japanese way. We're going to do it without nails, without glue, without screws. This is called a through single dovetailed mitre, Tome Ari Kata Sanmai Hoso. I probably butchered that. I feel like marking it out is the key. There's as many grid lines as possible. So this storage container that I work in is always loud because it's a storage container and people are coming and going all day doing their thing. But I mean, it's cheaper than hiring a workshop here in Auckland, that's for sure. If you were to hire a workshop here, you'd probably pay like at least 12 grand a year, plus bills and power and all the rest of it on top of that. So I will put up with a bit of noise for a cheap workshop. And there we go, we've got a couple of arrows just to remind me where I am at all times. Now I can mark the top here because I've got the mitre going right to it. So this is what you call the male piece. This is the piece that sticks out in the join, and the other piece is the female piece. So on this piece I take out the sides, and on this one I take out the middle. Quickly realizing that Japanese joinery is all about marking it out correctly. This one looks like a mess, but wish me luck. It's time to cut. Not bad for a first try, but not great either. A little bit gappy, but yeah, first try. There you go, a through single dovetailed mitre. A little bit gappy here and there. There we go. Oh, it's hot. It's almost getting too hot for this kind of food, to be honest. Summer is coming here in New Zealand. So my Japanese joinery needs a bit of work apparently. I wouldn't implement this stuff in a house, so that's not why I'm trying to do it. I think it's just good to practice. Maybe I'll build some furniture or something in the future and use these joins as like a feature. That could be cool. The half-lapped dovetail joint. That is what we're doing now. Kind of similar to the last joint, except it's joining two pieces of timber end to end. Alright, so I've got a darker and a lighter shade of this Western red cedar just to accentuate the difference in the timber. So when we join them like this, you can see it. You're joining with a dovetail, and that dovetail keeps it from pulling out or, you know, moving around. This is like what they would use for a bottom plate on a wall frame or a top plate. So nowadays we put nails like that, and then we put like a nail-on plate over the top and hammer that down. It's just, that keeps it together, and it's a lot quicker than what I'm about to do. Well, there you have it, team. Your end-to-end joint, your right angle joint with a dovetail mitre, and your beam to post joint. I enjoyed doing that. That was fun. Here's the book again if you want to check the book out for yourself. There's a lot more complex joins in there that maybe I'll do another time. I'll put the links below. That's something I don't talk about enough, by the way. I've got links for all my tools below as well. It's always there. And yeah, there's ways you can help the channel below. Thanks for watching this exciting episode. And I'll see you in the next one.